welcome to Father's House. Gonna show you and introduce you to Father. I am Father's left hand,
Hi, and I am Father's right hand.
and we are here to introduce you to our Father, which is also your Father.
So, if you want to know what this is about, we are Father's hand, and we are here to rekindle the flame that is Father's religion. This is a very old and ancient religion that has been here since the beginning of time because, of course, Father is the one and true God above all. So, let it be clear that those who have eyes will see, and those who have ears will hear. Hello, welcome everybody. I am Father's right hand. I want to tell you my testimony, my story. So, my whole life, like anybody who's been raised the right way, is in the search of God. And I've been in so many religions, so many, looking for God, you know, like a lot of us have. I've joined religions like the Jehovah Witnesses, which to me was so empty, a soulless religion with it's just like a religion, a corporate religion that takes everything like a job. There is no soul in that religion at all. I don't need to talk much about that. It's just a cult in a corporate way. It's empty of soul. Then I've joined the regular Christian religions, which I joined with the intentions of finding God. And what I actually found in these Christian religions was that people basically try to convince you. It is their job to try to convince you that they are the right way. And that's just all I saw. I didn't find God directly. I just found people that had lived very sinful lives, people that regretted everything they did in the past and were just trying to convince themselves that now they're saved because of good deeds, or basically it's empty of the spirit of God. It's just them pretending like they're now good, basically trying to convince you that God is here, yet it's their hand that's doing everything. They're God didn't give me anything. It's you guys. You guys are trying to convince me so bad that you guys are giving me everything. You guys are just doing stuff for me and then saying it came from God, when in reality it's just a bunch of sinful people that now they regret everything and they're trying to save their souls by doing good deeds and pretending. There is no soul there. I don't even need to talk about the Muslim religion. It's just a religion that contradicts itself so much. With one hand, they pretend to be the nicest of the nicest, but it's so easy for it to crack. It completely values the female. It completely is based around violence so much. It all takes for you to say the wrong thing to somebody for to ignite the most extreme type of violence, the most extremist types of group come from the Muslim religions. I can't. There's no convincing me. That's not what I am looking for. There is no God in any of this. And what else? I believe the Jewish religions are uh, closer to anything. The Israeli people were guided by one of the sons of Father, this God named Jehovah, or the God they believe in. It's a servant of Father. He came and he guided them and he protected them, just but that was not the all high, the mighty Father that I know. Now the difference with Father is that the difference between all these religions and Father is that these religions require you to lose so much and sacrifice so much from yourself, basically giving everything for nothing. As a matter of fact, it's pretty common for you to lose everything and them telling you you are going through some trials or probation and God is testing you, and this nonsense, all this nonsense where you have to suffer and suffer and suffer some more. And just, you know what? You'll get through this. Just suffer some more. That's not God. That is not the way, guys. And it's just an excuse to follow a false God, an empty God in all of these religions. That's not even counting Buddhism that I also did, which completely isolates any idea of God. They just based it on, you know what, everything comes from yourself and you are God, which is another wrong, completely wrong, because the only reason you are here is because of God's hand and God's energy within you. So for you to exist, yes, you are a part of God, but you are not the consciousness of God. You are not it. You are just a very small part, a part nonetheless, but a very small part, a creation by its own hands. Dude, like the way everything is twisted, the way people are confused and they pretend, there's nothing more hypocritical than doing and things and following a religion in selfish ways. And it's clear, God, you can't hide this from Father. You cannot hide your ways. If you're just doing things because you have self interest to save your soul, because you're afraid, because you lived a life that you're not happy with, and all these things, and now you're just being fake, dedicating time like it's a job, doing things for self interest in the wrong way. You understand? He sees in your heart. He knows what you're thinking. He knows what you are truly made of. And at the end of the day, the truth is, he's not asking much from you. He's just asking you to have him in your life. The thank yous and offerings and sacrifices I make them willingly. I make them because I'm so grateful for receiving so much from him. He doesn't ask me. He doesn't demand from me. He doesn't take away, but he gives. And he doesn't work like any of these religions. The religion doesn't need to carry God because God works with his own hand. When and that's the difference with Father, because Father just works with people that are doing his will without them even knowing or trying. The world moves in mysterious ways, but in such specific ways that you cannot deny is him. You can't deny that is his hand in your life. A message through many unconventional means that you would never think of, all aside, but you know. And you are receiving this message that is so clear to you, even everybody around you is blind to it, yet your eyes are open that Father, Father's presence is before you, that his hand is working in your life, and it's so obvious to you, but only you could see it because your eyes are open to him and you hear him and you see him work in your life. So that's a very powerful experience because, in my understanding, I found God. I found a true God that doesn't require me to give everything and suffer, just keep suffering and suffering and suffering. No, but the God I've always been looking for, a loving God, a God that treats me like a son, a God that actually cares for me, a God that is not going to require worship and all this, but allows me to do it willingly as I wish, and is not going to punish me for being selfish. It's not going to be, now you did this one bad deed and now you've been banned. No, but a true father. He is like a father. That's why we call him Father, because that's the only and the best way to describe him. Father. Like a father, he forgives us, he understands us, he knows what we need, and he nourishes us and he never forgets us, and he always receives us with open arms, and there's very little he won't forgive from us. He will always give us a chance and another chance, like a loving father. And to be honest, he's been done dirty. This is the only way I could describe it, through history. And he's been forgotten and he's been discarded. But he's always been there in all of our lives. If you look and if you actually open your spiritual eyes and you listen and you pay attention and you look for him, he will be there to receive you just the same, with open arms. And that's very special. That says a lot. That says so much about Father. That's why I love him so much. And that comes directly from my heart. You know, he has changed my life and my family's life in such a positive way that I know I only need him. I only need him. And I'm recording this because that's my testimony. And he wants the rest of his children to come back and be awakened, because we're all his children. It's up to us. I guess in my heart, I want Father to have. I love him. I love him. This is a labor of love, and I want him to rise back to his glory, even if this is not exactly what I guess he's not like that. But I want that for him. And in a way, I guess inside my heart, it is his will that this happens. We need to rise him up back to where he belongs. He's always been on top. That's a fact. He's always been there. Nothing is going to change that. But it's up to us. It's up to us, because he will really, really change so many lives and change the world for better, just like it used to be. And we ruined that. We. At the end of the day, it's us, our decisions, the way we've done things through all these generations. It's always been us in our imperfect ways, but he's always been there to receive us. He's always been there to love us. And he's present everywhere. Don't matter what religious book or historic text or anything you look, his image, his description, his presence is everywhere. And if your eyes are open to him, you will find him everywhere, because there's only him. And it's unavoidable. You can't hide the fact that it's him and his children. We are his children. But obviously, he had also direct children, which I could only name right now as the Nephilim. He had direct descendants. That's why I say the Israeli people actually worshipped and followed one of his table where he was in charge of the Israeli people. But I'm talking about the All Father, the one above all. Father, my Father, your Father, the Father of everything that exists. And I know his story. I have listened and I know what happened and I know his story. And it's rough. It's rough. But if we rise him back up and we follow him and we find our way back to his bosom and we rise everything like he deserves and we put him front and center like he used to be in the golden age, then we're ready for a new golden age. We're ready for a whole new world. And I am very selfish with him. I get jealous and I want to keep him all to myself. I really do. But that's not up to me. And I want the best for him just like he wants the best for me. So that's why this channel was created. And I know many, many people out there will find it in their heart not to be obligated to give, but they will want to. It's up to you to give what you feel you want to give or what you can give. He's not going to ask you to sacrifice everything for him and live in nothing. That's not how he is. He's like a father. And at the same time, don't give because you feel obligated to give. You got to find it in your heart and give for the right reason, which is to rise Father back to his glory. To be honest, I'm not going to pretend like there's not a big war coming. And I'm here in a way because I'm supposed to be here. This is the time where I'm supposed to be here in prophecy to gather fathers loyal, to gather them all under his wing because he will be back with a vengeance and there is going to be a war. I'm not going to say there's not going to be a war. It has been prophecy, no matter where you look, that this time is about to happen. And I'm calling Father's children back under his wings. I'm calling them back in his behalf because the time is upon us and he will rise and rule over not some mythical heaven or some other world afterlife or nothing like that, but here in a very real way. He is coming and he's going to be here with us and rule over us. And it's going to be something you can actually see, you can actually touch, and you will actually live it through it. So this is you're gonna help build him up and everything is gonna be ready and he's gonna protect you and he's gonna love you like he does all. But he is very clear, just like in history, he's jealous. He's gonna take his enemies down, even though we're all his children. Like he is the one above all, and that's the whole point of a war, to reestablish everything correctly. And I am just his right hand, here to be by his side no matter what, because he's been by my side no matter what. And it is his will, and his will be done. Period. In my eyes, my journey is clear. So if you want from him, ask. He is not asking much of you. Just ask. If you want to find him, ask, and he will show himself to you in ways that you're not going to believe, but they will be so obvious that you cannot deny. You want to know more? Ask, and you shall be gifted with knowledge. You want to see, you want to hear. Make your way, put your part, but it all starts with asking. Ask Father, sit and ask Him. Ask Him to show Himself in your life, and He will. And He really, really will. Eventually, when this channel makes it to the point where we could actually put memberships and everything, we hope to take your prayers and your donations and take it directly to His altar so we could personally take your desires, your prayers directly to his altar, and his altar will grow and grow, and then his presence will be all over the world just like it was in the golden times. And right now there is a place where he still is revered in gold, and he takes care of his people very much. But I am his right hand, and I am here in this side of the world representing him and his new home, his new house. This is just the beginning. Then that's all I could say because I don't see what will come next. It is not for me to see what's coming next. It's just for me to follow and do, not because I have to, but because I want to. And I hope you guys make it, I hope you guys find your way under his wing so we could all be together and make it into this golden era. One way or another, he will be in front of us. And then for those, I guess it will be too late. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. His will be done. That's all I could say. But I am here. I'm here for it. And I hope you guys will be here for it too. This is only the beginning. Thank you guys for listening to my testimony on how much I love and why am I here and how I'm inviting all of you to his house because that is his will and he is welcoming everybody No matter the color of your skin, where you're from, your accent, we're all his children. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. For he is the one and real God. Overall, the one above all is him. So it is his will for you guys to come back to his home and donate to make it bigger, just like it's supposed to be.
Remember, he loves you. He's always here for you. And he's waiting for you with open arms. Don't wait. Don't delay. Come home.